People think that these two are the same, and they're not. Right now, you're listening to me, but do you hear me? Do you hear the significance behind the words that I'm using when I'm talking to you? Do you actually hear the customer? Like, there's a commercial on TV, and guy's on a lawnmower, and he's just jumping up and down on that lawnmower, and he's just flipping through the gears, and he's imagining he's cutting the grass, and his wife's standing up there going, man, I don't know if we can buy this lawnmower cheaper somewhere else. And all the salesmen heard is, I wonder if I can buy this lawnmower cheaper somewhere else. Now, if you heard the lady, she was saying, man, I sure like to take this home. My husband loves this car, this lawnmower. Man, if the price is right, we'd probably take this. But all they heard is, can I buy this cheaper somewhere else? And most salesmen go, well, I don't know. That's the best price I can give you. Because they didn't hear the words behind the words. That is the biggest thing salesmen never, ever understand, is the words behind the words. Every word has a different meaning. Like I said, man, I sure like to have that car, but I will do this, but I like to do this. Okay, this is what I like to do, but he will do this. It's always a double meaning, so you have to take the time and you have to understand the meaning behind the words. Okay, that is the key to the 2-minute drill. Now, the reason why I called it a 2-minute drill, because all the stuff that I'm laying out here for you, if you answer questions, open-ended questions, if you be patient and humble, and you listen to the customer within 2 minutes of hearing what they're telling you, you'll know whether you got a buyer, a looker, they need their wife or their partner there, if their credit is bad, if they got another child on the way. That's what the 2-minute drill means, because once you go through these keys in 2 minutes, you know, hey, Bob, this is what I got. He needs to bring his wife in. He needs $5,000 down. He's upside down. He liked that car out there, but his trade is not here. That is the key to closing a deal, is to listen and to hear. Okay? Now, the next step is to shine. Okay? Now, we talked about that earlier. It's to know when to be able to tell when a person wants to buy something. Also, the walk and the talk. How a customer sits, how a customer stands, how close a customer stands to his wife. We had a situation the other day. Scott had some people, they was clones. Everywhere they went, they was right next to each other. Because, first of all, they wanted to spend the money. They didn't want us to know they wanted us to spend the money. We knew they was close because they would never spread apart. They had some secrets. They was hiding. They wanted to spend their money. Okay? Had a customer a week ago. The guy did all the talking. He was pushing. He was shoving. When I set the customer down, he crossed his legs, and the chair was sitting right here, so his wife couldn't come in between the chair and sit down. I knew then he was the dominant party. I knew that I had to talk to the wife to get her on my side. So when he sat down and crossed his legs, I went over and I took her chair and I scooted it over so she could walk through the path, so she could feel respected, and she sat down. So all the time during the negotiation, after I'd done that, because she knew her husband was very controlling, she knew, okay, I like this guy. He moved my chair for me. She knows my husband's hard-headed. Now, once I got through the meat and potatoes with him, she was the one writing the check. He didn't have the money. She did. All right? So the walk and the talk, the way that you orchestrate this, turn your TV down when you're watching TV sometime. Just turn it down and just watch the actors act without speaking. And then you can see through the motions what they're doing, what their expressions are. And that'll teach you when people walk in or how they're standing or the way they express themselves, it's speaking to you. But most salesmen don't take the time to understand talking without talking. You can catch a customer when they get out the car, the way they walk. If one goes one way and the other one goes the other way, they ain't sure what they want. They spread it out. Now you got to chase them. When they walk in, they get out of the car, and they both come around the side of the car, and they start heading in the same direction. 9 out of 10 times, they know they want something. They think they might have this one over here, but they're together on their decisions because they're together. When they spread it apart, you got to bring them back together. You got to find the dominant party in the situation, and then be humble and make them think they're taking control until you find out what is going on. Okay? Now, here, once you get to that point, and you know you got to shine, you know you've been patient, you've been humble, they done told you their goals, okay? You answer for the sale.